This is Another Man's Nostalgia with John.
So no points.
So no points. Okay, I'm sorry. I just want to get through this.
I don't want to talk about this movie ever again.
If you mention that I saw this movie, I'm going to deny it.
Chris.
And then Fran, whatever her name is, who plays the nanny in The Nanny. Mr. Sheffield. That's my impression. It's pretty good, right?
Wow. It was. Was that even you? I thought it came for the show.
Know. No, I didn't play the video just now. That was actually me.
Oh wow.
And Justin.
We are watching Shrek, and I'm super excited about this.
Because somebody once told me.
Oh my gosh.
The world's gonna roll me.
He's gonna do it.
Because I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.
The episode starts now.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Another Man's Nostalgia. We revisit everybody's favorite shows, movies, and games from the mid-90s to the mid-2000s. Welcome back. How y'all doing?
Had a good week this week.
Yeah, our last comparison video for now. We'll come back to it probably.
Oh, it's so sad.
God.
Yep.
Wait a minute,
This is your idea, Justin.
I thought it was a lot of fun, and we'll start a new thing next
I liked
week
it
that I'm
also
also excited about.
It was so long.
We had
so long. 4 hours that we had to watch when it came to every single one of these things.
It's true.
This one was like 5.5.
We got some compliments on our social medias about it, so I think it went up pretty well. All right, Justin, I heard you have some nostalgia news.
I do. I actually have things to say today.
Okay,
Go
some
for it.
nostalgia news.
So Jurassic World 3.
Yeah,
They
big
have to go back to nostalgia, as they say, and bring back the original three characters.
Yeah.
So
Because
I don't know their
Jurassic
names.
World 2 sucked hard.
it was not good. I hate it.
Yeah, for
I
some
didn't think
reason
it
I
was
can't remember their
that
names.
bad. I didn't think it was that. It was bad, but it
was
wasn't that bad.
So Alan Grant,
bad.
Ellie Sadler,
Yeah.
and Ian Malcolm.
Yeah.
So
Pretty crazy.
they're all coming back. My thought about this is it's a grab to try to get people to come back, because that second one, no joke, it sucked pretty bad.
I don't know why this is news. They already brought back Ian Malcolm in that.
Yeah,
great,
so
you remember
he
how
was
much-
already back, and he was only
But
in
it
there
was
for like
terrible.
2 minutes.
Yeah, it was really annoying. He's there at the beginning, at the end,
Yeah.
and it was not good.
I mean, it wasn't.
Remember when there was
It
a
wasn't
clone?
that bad. What are you talking
Spoilers.
about?
You remember when there was a clone, and she was like, "I'm gonna let them all go and kill everybody because they're like me." Remember that?
It was bad, John.
Worst. It was a bad movie.
It wasn't that
John,
bad.
even me, who's pretty, if I'm entertained, I think it's a good movie.
Justin loves all.
I
movies.
hated it.
Anytime Justin has to pay
As
for
long
a
as I'm
movie, he loves it.
entertained, as long as I have fun in the movie theater, I like the movie. I did not have fun in that movie.
I like that they entered. I mean, I didn't see it in theaters, but I like that they introduced that dinosaurs are in the real world now.
Oh, kind of like
I really
what?
like that
Jurassic
aspect
World?
of it.
That sequel
Park
that
2.
they already did?
Jurassic World was a theme park. Like, it's still
No,
in a
he's talking about-
secluded area.
He's talking about the Lost World.
Oh, The Lost World, sorry. Whatever.
Yeah.
They already did this, and
It didn't work.
it didn't work.
What else you got? You got anything else, Justin? Is that it?
That's pretty much it. There wasn't much news this week, off the top of my
Yeah.
head there.
I had to move my settings or my setup today. I apologize. I don't have the
John's
the
in his
clean
sex room,
background.
so...
Why are there no sheets on your bed, John? Where are the sheets?
I mean, I took them off just so it would look really nice and clean, not like the messy, not like the messy background
Now,
that you have
let's
over
give
there.
you some compliments here. You did make that headboard to your bed, didn't you?
I did make that.
You're pretty
headboard to my
crafty.
bed.
You're pretty handy.
I did.
It's pretty cool.
It looks nice. It
It's
looks
pretty
nice.
good. You're pretty good at that stuff.
You are.
You're not good at
with my
much,
hands.
but
Really, whoa. I'm really good with my hands, if you know what I mean.
these
All right.
hands. You'll never
right.
have these hands.
All right.
Get it, John?
So this week-
Friends? John, you get it?
I got the
Okay.
reference.
Friends?
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you,
Ross?
Justin. Yep.
Rachel?
This week,
I remember that
They're on a
episode
break?
perfectly. No, this is not what I guess they were technically on a break, but they were about.
They
to
were
have
on a
sex
break.
because they were kissing in the hallway, and Monica found them, and then it was about stealing thunder and
We
everything.
were on a
Like, yeah,
break.
I know.
Oh,
I
okay.
know.
Actually, I do have one more nostalgia news. Speaking of Friends, so if you guys go to, I encourage everybody to go to Google and type in friends and then the name
Please
of
go
the
to
character,
Google.
you'll find some pretty funny stuff. Like, it turns the
Can you hear it?
can't
You can
do
probably
it.
hear it in mine.
yeah, it turns the screen. It says pivot, pivot. They all have one. I would check them all out. All 6 of them are pretty good.
That's
So,
pretty funny. That's pretty
Yeah, I don't
funny.
know because it's the 25th anniversary of when it premiered. So that's why they
Today?
did
All right,
Yes.
I'm gonna do
this week or
Chandler's
whatever.
Oh.
because I feel like Chandler is my spirit
Pivot.
animal.
Pivot! I
Joey's
mean, that's
pretty
it's
good.
just such a famous line.
This week we watched. Did our last comparison, and it's Batman and The Dark Knight
I mean,
Why are we doing these two
I-
movies?
because the movie Joker's coming out.
wait, what?
Have
The
y'all heard?
movie already came out. The
No, it
movie
comes
already
out this week.
That comes
I
out
thought it already
Friday.
came out. I
No,
thought it
it
already
came out. It came out in select theaters or for festivals or whatever.
It comes
but
out
hasn't come
Friday.
officially. Yeah, it
Oh,
comes
okay.
out Friday.
I've
So,
heard
have y'all-
mixed. I've heard because I've heard so many reviews about it. I just always assumed
Yeah.
that it came out already.
I don't know. Apparently, from what I've heard, the plot sucks, but Joaquin Phoenix is awesome. So
That's all I care about.
I mean, but Joaquin Phoenix, he's such a good actor. Like,
Yeah.
you kind of assume that he was gonna portray the Joker in like a really good way. Like, there's all different ways that you could that have happened in the past that the Joker has been portrayed, and we're
Yeah.
gonna look at like 2 right now.
very different views
Yes,
of it.
they're very, very different. But
Alright.
honestly, like they were both
Man.
good in their same like in their different way.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Yeah. All right, let's roll. So we have instead of 7, we have 9 points this time because these movies are
Wow.
so different from each other.
Because no, it's just because Chris wanted to toot his own horn over here. He wanted to say, "Hey,
There's
you know,
no
I heard
what?
Chris
competition.
You
uses his
two
own horn
had
all the time.
7. I have 9."
That's right. These movies are so deep and so good. You need 9 points instead of 7. All right, the
Okay.
points are Batman, Bruce Wayne, Joker,
I'm Batman.
the love interest, side characters, Gotham,
The
gadgets,
love interest.
story, and music.
I'm so glad the love interest is a category.
Because they're
I'm
both terrible.
so happy about it.
All right, let's roll. I think it's gonna be closer than we thought, with one exception that's gonna be blown out of the water. I think we all know what it is. Let's roll.
Okay,
First
so
one.
Batman.
Okay,
Round
Batman.
one,
Batman, right?
Batman.
Okay, so do we
Yeah.
have any fun facts? Do we have any fun facts for these 2
I
movies?
have some. Yeah.
yeah.
So we'll talk as we go. We'll talk about fun facts. First one though, Batman 1998.
Hold on, whoa,
1989.
whoa. I actually have a theme.
Okay.
Okay, go for it.
I'm ready. I'm ready for it.
Da 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 fun facts. Da 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 fun facts. Da 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 fun facts.
Good.
I'm excited.
That's good.
So
All
I
right.
think you know what my music choice is.
Interesting. All right, Batman 1989 was the highest-grossing movie of all time when it came out.
Not surprising.
Ooh, that's cool.
It was a very big deal. We can
So,
talk more about.
Wait,
okay,
one came out in the first one. It was just named Batman, right?
correct.
And that was '89, and then the other
Dark
one's
Knight.
Dark Knight, and it came out in 2008.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So the character of Batman. Which one did y'all think? Which one did y'all like?
I don't think this was very hard for me because
Interesting.
personally,
It was hard for me.
I don't like Christian Bale's Batman.
Whoa.
Not that it's bad. There's nothing
Uh-huh.
wrong with it, but I think Keaton is better in my opinion. I think he's more subtle, which Batman needs to be.
Yeah. You don't like the
So-
growl? The Christian Bale growl?
I don't mind that. I could care less about the growl. It really doesn't bother me.
Christian Bale, there's a bunch of complex things when it comes to Batman. Christian Bale's voice when it comes to Batman is awesome. Like, I think
You like
he
it?
nailed it, in my
Interesting.
opinion,
Okay.
with the dark voice.
I think people
When it
overblow
comes
the voice.
They do
when it comes to
overblow.
Michael Keaton, I feel like it was, when it comes to the character of Batman, it was written really good because he's almost like a detective.
Yeah.
I guess
he's more
He
it's
is a
more like
detective.
in the Bruce Wayne too. I mean, but did you see really any detective work in
the new Batman movies.
the new
No.
Batman movies? No.
Sort of.
Except
It was
for
just
the-
a bunch.
he
It was
sorta
just a
did.
bunch of gadgets and him doing a lot of action scenes.
The bullet thing, that was kind of detective-y, trying to get the fingerprint off the bullet, which wouldn't work, but, you know.
But
they
that
did.
was
Gadgets
what, that
and
was like
technology,
5
yeah.
10 to 10 minutes of
Yeah.
it wasn't even 10 minutes. It was like
Yeah.
5
I think
minutes
the detective
of
work in-
a 2.5 hour movie.
Yeah.
I think the detective work in the new movies are more subtle. He's still doing detective work, but it's not like here I am doing detective work.
Yeah.
It's more
See,
of
and
he
the-
has contacts. When he goes out and does the actiony stuff, he gathers information. So he's more of a
that's why-
brute force than Keaton is.
That's why I kind of hate the way that they're portraying Batman in movies, is because they just do all the action stuff with him, and he's supposed to be the world's greatest detective. Like that's, and
I still
like
think it
what
comes
was it was
across as not as
Detective?
good.
Was it called Detective Comics before it was called Batman? Was it? Is that
Well,
what it was
Detective
called?
Comics was the comic that what Batman started in,
Yeah.
and that's what they got the name DC from.
And that's why I think that they should
Fun facts.
do more TV shows with Batman, because they could kind of break it down a little bit more and but
They can have detective episodes where he becomes full out detective. I agree.
yeah. But anyway, I felt like Christian Bale's Batman, in my opinion, was better.
Okay, I'm gonna break the tie then.
All right.
Okay.
I'm saying 1989 Batman.
Yeah.
Whoa!
I know. The reason being, I think Justin was right. He was a little more mysterious, and honestly, I think what makes Batman good in the new ones is more of Bruce Wayne than Batman. Batman doesn't really have a personality in the new. He just growls and.
Okay,
yells
but
at
we're
people.
just dealing with when it comes to Batman. Not
No, I
Bruce
know.
Wayne.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is that Bruce Wayne is what makes Batman good in the new ones is Bruce Wayne, so you can't count that because he's not. As good.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
All
I
right.
guess.
So Batman '89 won the first one. All
Ba,
right.
ba,
Dang.
Bruce Wayne.
Bruce Wayne. Round 2.
I'm gonna go first on this one.
Okay.
I'm a little
Okay.
torn because
This is tough.
I think I personally would think that I think Christian Bale is a better Bruce Wayne, but the old Bruce Wayne has my favorite line, and it's when he goes,
Well, made mistakes. And then he had us.
Lights out! Now you want to get nuts? Come on! Let's get nuts.
The bass.
It doesn't get better than that, but still, I'm gonna give it to Bruce. I'm gonna give it to Christian Bale. I think he acts hurt a lot. He has the whole Bruce Wayne swinging on the thing at night. That was kind of weird, upside down like a bat.
I love that,
the
though.
old one. No,
All
but
right.
I think Christian Bale is better at being like tormented. I like him going into a room and throwing out his drink because he doesn't want to drink, and walking in with 3 girls and talking about how rich he is.
He's
and you
more
can
of a
tell.
playboy, yeah.
Yeah, and it's just so fake, and you can tell because. And you know what I like about? Well, we'll talk about that when we talk about love interests. But yeah, I'm going to go with Christian Bale on this one. He's great.
Okay.
So
All right.
I'm really torn
Justin.
because
Uh-huh.
I love Keaton's Bruce Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
It once again it's subtle, but he doesn't play the playboy very well.
Uh-huh.
But it's not. He wasn't written that way, so I almost think it's unfair in that case to hold it against him because they didn't show that side of Bruce Wayne.
Uh-huh.
But I love how, like I said, I love how Christian Bale plays it off. It's those little things like throwing the alcohol away because he doesn't drink.
Yeah.
And I think that's more of a not necessarily Christian Bale. They're both good actors. They both did what they had. They did great. But I think it was written better in The Dark Knight.
I agree.
So it wasn't necessarily their performance that was bad or better. It was the way Nolan wrote Bruce Wayne. He got the he got the dynamic much better,
Agreed.
in my opinion.
And he took a lot of it from like Batman Year One. There's a lot of scenes where he's drinking apple juice at bars and stuff like that, and having like girls over, and then they just like hang out, and then they just leave in the morning. He took a lot of it from that, but he did it very, very well.
Or like
and those comics,
when he's in the
those
restaurant.
comics were written.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Well, I was saying those comics were written before 1989 Batman, so he could have used it too. It's not that.
Or like when he
ahead.
goes to the ballet, or he goes
Yeah.
with the ballet girl and sit with Dent, and he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I don't think they'll let us put the tables together." "Oh, I think they will. I own the restaurant."
I own the place.
And I loved like even the little things where he calls his mansion the palace, like just like little things like that. He's just so like good at it. What do you think, John?
I mean, yeah. So Christian Bale, it wasn't really him that did it. It was the writing. Like, because I felt like Michael Keaton could have did the exact same thing.
They're both
if
great
it was
actors.
written- if it was written for him like that. But yeah, no, it really is. It's that kind of what is the word I'm looking for?
Duality?
Arrogance. No.
Yeah.
He has
Yeah.
he has that sense of arrogance where you're like, yeah, he has like a fuck ton of money. Like that's just how Bruce Wayne is. When it comes to the detective work, I liked Michael Keaton like the way that it was written for him because again, just like I said, like I felt like that's Batman.
That's more Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was more Alfred. It was almost half Alfred, half Bruce Wayne in the new movies. In the first movie, it was all Keaton. He was like, "Bring me this. I need to see this."
And it was. He kept saying, "Hey Alfred, I need this. Hey Alfred, can you do this for me?" In the new movies, it was more of like a collaborative type of feel that you felt like Alfred. I don't know if he was. Did you say that Alfred was a category?
No, side characters. I wanted to because I thought he's a good comparison, but we'll talk about it when we get this.
Anyway, okay. So I gotta go with Christian Bale's though, because he did portray Bruce Wayne in a really good way. I don't think he did like the torment really well because I think Keaton did it a little bit better because he seemed a little bit crazier. Like he seemed like he could. Keaton seemed like he could fucking snap like
he
in any moment.
He did.
Yeah. No, I agree. That's a good point. I didn't think about that. That's a good point. I think the best characterization of Bruce Wayne in both these movies is when Bruce Wayne runs in front of that car to stop him from getting shot, and then he acts like he just did it to try to beat the light, and then he's like, "Why? Who's in it?" He's like, "Should I go to the hospital?" Not knowing there's a bombs all over the hospital, but it was all.
You don't get out much, Mr. Wayne, do you?
Yeah, that's a great scene.
We didn't talk about this though, but in The Dark Knight, you actually saw Batman snap when he found out Rachel.
Oh yeah, and he almost killed the Joker.
Yeah, when he found out Rachel was getting kidnapped, and Batman snapped. So. I don't know. I got to give it to Christian Bale though. I thought he did a really good job.
A couple fun facts about just all this in general. So when Christopher Reeve was casted as Superman, nobody really freaked out because he's so much like Superman. This is the first time that someone was casted that people lost it. People were not happy about Michael Keaton. His only movie before this that people knew was Beetlejuice, and they're like, "Oh no, he's too funny. It's not going to be good." So there's videos of people like saying, he's not 6'5", so he's not going to be good. Like this, it is the first time people really lost it on a casting.
Just
for a
like
movie.
with Heath Ledger.
Just like Heath Ledger, just like Batfleck, which honestly he wasn't bad. Just like Robertson. Robert Pattinson's gotten some. Robert Pattinson's gotten some heat.
He'll be fine. He'll be good.
I mean, but yeah, everything that he's known for is like super romantic type of thing, and that's why people hate it.
He's been cutting his teeth in indie movies. I think he's.
He really has. I think he's going to be a really good.
And he cut
Batman.
his teeth for Vampire because he had pointed teeth. Got it. Got him. All right. So that point goes to Christian Bale. It's hard. It's tough though. All right.
So now we're 1-1.
We're 1-1. All
right. Round 3.
Sorry, I guess another fun fact about Christian Bale.
Oh, okay.
He got the role when he was getting ready for American Psycho when he was like 120 pounds. And
that's such a good movie.
They said you have 6 weeks to bulk up. You have to gain 50 pounds of muscle. And they didn't think he was going to be able to do it. And he came in, he was like 75 pounds of muscle, and he couldn't fit in the suit.
He is the most pliable. His body is the most pliable body I've ever seen.
It's
ridiculous. He changes so much.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but that's what a good actor does.
Yeah, if you wanted, I mean, he's probably gonna die when he's like 50 because he messes with his body so much. But you know what? If he makes good movies,
I mean, it's a sacrifice he had to take. You know?
Yeah, exactly. All right, next up, the Joker.
Da 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 da.
This is. I'll go first this time. So, in my opinion, there's no competition. Like it's Heath Ledger. Heath Ledger did such a freaking good job of portraying the Joker. He is so. Okay, so when it comes to the two movies, they're both psychotic. They're both really psychotic, and they're both different in they're both really crazy in their different ways. In the first movie, he's just
party man.
He's super loony, in my opinion. Like almost to the point where it's cartoonish.
Oh yeah.
In the new one, he's like psychotic, where he needs to go to a psych ward like immediately.
Like Arkham Asylum.
Yes, and that's what the Joker is.
That's
he's
a comic
like
place.
He's super smart, and he sometimes I feel like he always knows what he's doing, but just like in one of the lines, he goes, "I'm just chaotic. Like I just do things."
Yeah.
And that's kind of what the Joker does. He just does crazy stuff, and he doesn't really do it for a reason. And it's such a good portrayal of the Joker. Such a good portrayal.
Do I really look like a guy with a plan? You know what I am? I'm a dog chasing cars. I wouldn't know what to do with one if I caught it. You know, I just do things. The mob has plans. The cops have plans. Gordon's got plans. You know, they're schemers. Schemers trying to control their little worlds. I'm not a schemer. I try to show the schemers how pathetic their attempts to control things really are. So, when I say, come here, when I say that you and your girlfriend was nothing personal, you know that I'm telling the truth.
So yeah, definitely Dark Knight in my opinion. The first one is just too loony. Like he dances like it seems like half of the time he's just dancing and listening to music.
What about him pulling out the big old gun out of his pants with the long barrel?
I liked that scene, and I liked the scene of where, because they were very similar, where the Batman's flying down at the Joker. It was weird that Batman was shooting at him because Batman doesn't use guns.
Well, he kills in this one because he killed the Joker.
The first one he killed like 3 people. Like if you want to count it, he killed there was a scene where Batman. He blew up
the chemical plant.
That factory. How many people were in that factory shooting at him when he blew that up? Anyway, so when Batman's flying at him, and then the Joker takes out that big gun and shoots at him, it was very similar to the point where Batman was going to in the Dark Knight when he was going to Heath Ledger in the motorcycle. They were almost having like a chicken fight.
They were. Yeah, it's like, come on, hit me. Both of them said, "Come on, like go for it," you know.
Yeah. So, but I liked how the second one portrayed it, because at least in the second one, Batman couldn't do it. I feel like the first Batman could do it if he had the chance.
I'll give a counterpoint to
go for it.
Him being for the first Joker. Okay. I really liked Nicholson's portrayal. I like how they did it. It's obviously really crazy. The scene in the museum is my favorite scene, where they're going around and painting everything.
It creeped me out, but okay.
Especially with like the painted face.
I did like that scene. I did like that.
And his mouth, his smile, like just the indents. Oh, it was so great.
How did they do that? Like the prosthetics.
Probably
I'm sure it's not prosthetics, but it was just
it's makeup and stuff. It looks really good, and it holds up very well.
I love
for it being 4K. You can't see the makeup line or anything. It looks great.
I loved in the Dark Knight how Joker kept changing his story about how he got his scars.
So creepy.
It goes to the fact that he's so crazy, and he it almost seems like when he was telling the story, he believed the story that he was saying, but it's always different.
See, here's the thing about Nicholson's Joker. I think he's still just as crazy, but in subtle ways. Like, he doesn't know what he's doing either. So, in the art scene, he sees a picture of George Washington, and he's like, no, he's on the dollar bill. I like him. Something like that, you know. Yeah. And then later, Vicky Vale asks, what do you want? And he has to stop and think for a second. He goes, my face on the $1 bill. Like, he doesn't know what he wants. He just does things. He doesn't outright say it like Ledger's Joker, which is fine. Right. But I still think he's chaotic. He still has that one goal. He doesn't like Batman. Now it's a little different because he's stealing his spotlight. Yeah. Because that's kind of his thing. Why am I not in the news? You know, I want to be in the news. I love Nicholson's Joker because it's more of. It reminds me. I think they based the animated series one off of a lot of his stuff. I felt the craziness, all of that. But Ledger still wins out, obviously.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think Nicholson's Joker doesn't get as much due as he used to because Ledger blew everything out of the water. Right. I think it's still a 1A, 1B, almost.
Yeah, I would agree.
It's different. It's different interpretations of the character.
I would agree with you 100%. I think he's like the best. I don't think it can be replicated. I think people can't make a villain like him anymore. It's just too good. One funny joke they made me think of, John, is when you're talking about all the different origins he makes himself. I saw this movie 6 times in theaters. We all saw it together at midnight, remember?
Yep.
But
do.
then
I do remember
I went and saw it with my sister, and she hadn't seen it. And I remember when he tells the first origin about how his dad was like abusive and stuff, and that's how he got the scars.
Yeah.
I remember my sister was like, "Oh, that's so sad." And then when he told the second one, she's like, "Oh God," just like she got really uneasy when he realized that he was just making things up.
I think some of my favorite Joker lines though from Nicholson. I wrote some of them down. So he's like running around. He's going little song, little dance, little bat's head on the lance. Like he's just rhyming. Okay. And then Vicky Vale's like, "You're insane." And he stops again. He goes, "I thought I was a Pisces," and just starts laughing.
Kind of an embarrassing story about myself. I remember when I found out that he had died, and my first question was, "Did they finish the movie?" I feel bad about it.
What?
That was my first question.
Damn, you were like 18 when that happened too. Like, so you have no excuse.
No excuse. I was just wanting them to finish the movie. All right.
Homebrew Tree Service has been providing the DFW area with world-class tree care for many years. When it comes to tree service in the DFW area, you can trust them to provide quality work with low prices and friendly, fair customer service. Whether you have a tree that needs pruning or complete removal and haul-off service, you can count on them for a wide range of expert care. Go to hbtreeservices.com and sign up for a free estimate.
Next line, the ladies, the love interests.
Boo! Can we skip this?
No. I mean, they were both bad, but the first one was so good looking in my opinion. She was so classy. Like, okay, so the Joker,
Kim Basinger?
he says
Basinger?
he says some
Yeah.
line. He goes, "Oh my gosh,
Vicky
you
Vale.
are stunning," in like a old school type of way, and I was like, "You got that spot on, dude."
I agree with the Joker 100%.
100% right here.
I think she's better just because I feel like Maggie Gyllenhaal is kind of annoying. Like, what's up with the whole love triangle thing here where she leads them both on forever? It's weird. I don't like it.
Maggie Gyllenhaal just kind of annoys me.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, she has this voice, her voice that she uses. It's like it's condescending.
Yeah. But I will say this. I think one thing they did right with the second one is that Maggie Gyllenhaal is she's a very normal looking woman. And I think it's very cool idea that he could have any girl he wants, and he wants her. Like, those girls he walks in with, all smoke shows. Yeah, exactly. But she is what he wants, a very normal looking girl. I think it's a good level for Bruce Wayne, but it doesn't make her any better. She's very annoying. I'm gonna go Batman on this one.
Yeah, Kim Basinger. Basinger?
Yeah, she's a typical superhero love interest, but she's better than Maggie.
She gets some stuff done. She helps out. All right, next. This was
She
boring.
got those legs over there.
All right,
All right.
calm down there.
Side characters. This one's, I think, another gonna be a blowout. So this is like Jim Gordon, Alfred, Harvey Dent in the new one, Lucius Fox. It's kind of a given, but go ahead.
Okay, so I guess I'll start. Alfred, he didn't really do a lot in the first one, but it's kind of hard to say that because in the second one, Alfred had almost like a backstory because there was a movie before this that kind of told Alfred's story when it comes to him taking care of Batman. Like, you didn't have that in the first movie. You weren't introduced to this Alfred beforehand. If I had to compare like Alfred to Alfred, that's like super close just from one movie to the other. But because I saw the Batman Begins, like I don't know.
That's a good point.
The second one, Alfred was really funny though.
Yeah.
Like, he had some funny moments, and there was also some really good moments where there was a bunch of lines that I remembered because I've seen this movie so many fucking times.
Yeah.
Just like him about the story with the crazy guy that like wanted the gems, and he
so good.
Yeah, that's like a really good story to kind of compare what's going on with the Joker, where Joker's just crazy. He just want to watch the world burn.
Yep.
Type of thing.
That's good.
What was that?
Thank you. Thank you.
One day, I saw a child playing with a ruby the size of a tangerine. The bandit had been throwing them away.
So why steal one?
Well, because he thought it was good sport. Because some men aren't looking for anything logical, like money. They can't be bought, bullied, reasoned, or negotiated with. Some men just want to watch the world burn.
I agree. I think go ahead, Justin.
I want to compare Jim Gordon's because at least there was a Jim Gordon in The Dark Knight.
I mean, there was
Jim
one in the
Gordon.
first
There's just some
Batman.
fat
What are you
dude who said he was
talking
Jim Gordon.
He made the light at the end.
Oh,
He
how
had a
nice of
purpose.
him.
Wait, you're wrong though. There's also Harvey Dent.
Oh yeah, Lando Calrissian.
The guy from
Thanks for coming.
I was about to say the
thanks
guy
for
from
coming
Star
around.
Wars is in the second movie or the first movie.
Tough to figure out which one's better. No, the only one that has a contest on this, I agree with you, John, is Alfred. Alfred was one of my favorite characters in the first one. I thought he was really strong. He was a little sarcastic and kind of funny in the first one. Like anytime that Bruce Wayne's about to put down a glass, he was right there to grab it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Michael Caine is just really good in these movies.
He was in the first one. He was more of a butler.
yeah.
In the second
yeah.
one, he's kind of more of like an advisor.
Yeah, and he's also like, you can tell he's like a parent to Bruce Wayne. Like he loves Bruce Wayne. You can tell he
Yeah.
loves him. I think that it's close, but that's the only one that's close because I think one of the most underrated characters in Dark Knight is Harvey Dent. He is so good also, and I'm sad that he didn't get more love for this movie because he was so overshadowed by the Joker. But he's great in this.
Oh yeah, Aaron Eckhart's awesome.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
And then you have Gordon. Gordon's
Gordon.
definitely.
I love Gary Oldman. Any movie with Gary Oldman's incredible.
He can transform himself into anything.
Yeah. Serious
The
Black.
movie that I saw right after this movie was Book of Eli, and when he's the antagonist in that movie, and it's so hard to recognize that they are the same person.
Even him
Because
as
he
Sirius
just-
Black, it's hard to tell a difference between the two.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like he morphs into the character so well.
Yeah.
And he can play anything that he really wants to. And
Yeah.
he in my opinion, when it comes to the side actors, he was the best side actor
Oh yeah.
I agree.
out of
And
all
I-
of them. Was
I think-
Gordon.
Unfortunately, I don't want to bring up the other movies, but in Batman Begins, when he puts the coat around him and he's like, "It's okay," like that's like probably the best scene, like with him.
It's very emotional. No, it
Yeah.
really is.
It's so good.
And
So-
he does a good job playing that character. A really really good job. The first Officer Gordon, he wasn't an impactful, and it was just the way he was written.
Right.
Like, he just
right.
wasn't an impactful character.
Because he wasn't in the movie, basically.
It's like they had too much for Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson to do that nobody else really got any, flushed out enough. And I think they did a good job in the new ones of flushing everybody out. Especially, and we even talked about
Not
Morgan
true.
Freeman yet.
Okay, which was so weird. The guy that was in the media, the news guy,
Oh, yeah,
he
that
was
guy.
in the movie in the first movie more than Gordon was.
That's true. That guy's a creep too. What a weirdo.
You didn't
but
like
yeah.
that dude? What?
No. But yeah, Morgan Freeman also stellar. Can't complain. I think this one goes to Dark Knight.
3-1.
No, it's not. It's tied because we gave love interest in Batman to.
Oh yeah, sorry. 2-2.
No, it's
No.
3-2.
3-2.
There you go.
Okay, there we go. All right, Gotham.
I think this is an easy first one.
Oh,
I agree.
what?
What?
God, okay.
What? So
I
you
don't
want
know.
bland
Gotham-
Chicago over
Yeah.
classic Tim Burton style?
Massive statues, gargoyles.
Gotham,
An actual,
I don't know.
an actual, real, different place versus Chicago.
Gotham seemed like
Chicago.
It was a place I was gonna get murdered in the. First
That's the
one.
point.
That's the point.
I know.
I gotta stick. I gotta go. With
I guess I'm kind of thinking of.
I don't know why
I guess
you're
I gotta
even
give it to
thinking,
the first one.
because this is,
I was thinking of the first one and how they portrayed the Glades
yeah.
in the first one, and
I
felt like
agree.
I felt like they did a really good job. I guess I was kind of mixing the two movies together, but yeah, Gotham and
Yeah, if they would have stuck with that from the first one, it would be tougher. But because I think I really like that idea of like there's like an underground city that's just rotting away, but they got rid of it in the second one. I found that. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I think Batman Begins is a better movie than Dark Knight. I know,
what?
just plot and everything. I mean, the Joker makes it better, but I think plot and everything in the first one is just a great. I think it's a solid movie. But I'm talking about Batman Begins. But I based on these two movies, 1989 for sure on Gotham.
oh yeah,
It's so comic booky, and with a little twist of Tim
No,
Burton.
it
3 to
was
3.
comic booky.
3-3, tied up. All right. Next up, we got gadgets.
Really? I didn't know that was okay.
This includes the Batmobile, by the way.
It was so cartoony in the first one. It was like it like so in the
How much
first
do you
one
weigh?
it would always show okay, here. I have a hammer right here. It would show the gadget like super close up. Like like every single time he would hold it in his hand, like it would
had
do
a-
like a shot like this.
They had to sell toys, man. Look at all these toys you can get.
And then like when it came to the I remember at one scene the car had a grapple to it and it zoomed into the grapple and it went like,
And then it rode up the side of the wall. Was that in this one?
yes.
Yeah.
It's just so
Did you love the miniatures they
so
used when
cartoony.
the Batmobile would blow up?
Yeah.
You could tell it was a
definitely
miniature.
Yeah. I think
And
the
then you had,
Batmobile.
you had the Batmobile like what was it? He had like a voice control to his Batmobile shields.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's right. Hey Siri. So what do you give it then, John? Do you give it the second one?
Okay, but in the second one, I don't know if it was because I liked it because of CGI stuff. Because
Uh-huh.
the Batmobile was really cool. Like it was a tank, and then the motorcycle, in my opinion, was the best. That was such
But no
a cool
Batwing.
scene.
No Batman.
No Batwing. But
That's the third one.
but that was the only gadgets he had really.
Yeah, but well, I think
it was his car.
I think the coolest gadget for me was the sonar thing in the end. And I would consider the skyhook.
yeah.
I would consider the
I-
skyhook thing one too.
Yeah.
Where he gets out of Hong Kong. That's a cool scene also.
That is a cool scene.
I'm going 89. I love the Batmobile.
I'm going Dark Knight. I
You
think
going Dark Knight? Oh, am I the deciding factor?
You're the deciding factor.
Oh no.
the only thing that 89 had to me that was good was the Batmobile. That was cool. But other than that, I think
I
that
mean,
the classic
the
comic
89
book
had
Batman.
more gadgets though.
It did, but I think they're
It
better.
it even had the bat grapple, which he has it in the first one. He didn't have it in this one, did he?
But all he really had in the old one was the Batmobile, the grapple, and the smoke pellets. What else did he have? That was kind of it, other than the Batwing. But that isn't.
That's a gadget.
Yeah, no, okay, but those four. But I think all he had was a smoke.
What?
pellets
Okay,
and the
but what did
Batwing.
Batman have here? He had the
The
Batmobile
sonar
and the
sky
sonar.
hook. He had the grapple also.
And he had a
I
new
guess
suit. He had a
I guess
new
it was,
suit.
Yeah. Oh, he had the little flingy things that came out of his arm, the gauntlet things.
Or it's stuck to
It was
the
only
wall.
one or two more, but I just think the new one was better. But
Yeah.
if this was 2005 Batman, I would have given it to 89. If it was Batman Begins, I would have given it to 89. But I think this one they really upped the game on it.
I gotta give it Dark Knight. I just love that. I love that
All right,
motorcycle.
4-3 Dark Knight.
If it was not for the motorcycle, I would have gave it to 89.
Yeah. All right, story.
Oh, story. All right, I'm not gonna go first on this one.
Go ahead, Justin.
This is really tough.
This one's not close to me, but it seems like y'all are. So
I think it's the Dark Knight.
Well, I'm just trying to replay the story on both
Yeah.
of them in my
I
mind.
think it's the Dark Knight. I love the mob story with the Joker coming in and all of that. So I think it's the Dark Knight.
it is for sure the Dark Knight for me. Just the whole idea of the way they introduced Two-Face and the 50-50 chance, like how he came. The whole idea of chaos. I don't think the Dark Knight has aged well in some regards when it comes to how did the Joker know all these things were going to go in his favor, like the bus scene at the beginning where he rides out the bus ship, like the cruise ship. I remember one of our old, me and John's favorite teachers / coaches, our coach from tennis. He went and saw it, and he said that he laughed out loud when the Joker said he was going to blow up a hospital. It's like, how did you plan all this stuff already? But I would say that the Dark Knight has it. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, I was thinking about this kind of too because you had the Joker say this to Harvey Dent that it's just he doesn't really think about all this stuff. He just kind of
Yeah.
does things, and I don't feel like that's true. I think
Right.
he was just kind of talking to him about it because
He had to plan something.
He planned a lot of
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
You also had him say, I I had a plan saying that you had the Batman and you take out the Batman, you kill the Batman, and then you have the mobsters and I kind of help out the mobsters and the police. They just try to take out the mobsters one block at a time,
Right.
and it was so boring.
Yeah.
And then he like starts to do this other plan where you have Batman involved, and he doesn't want to kill Batman, but he wants to just kind of test him through like all these little things, and then I don't know, it's such a complex character, and they did a really good job writing him. I did like that through the whole entire movie, you almost saw the switch where Joker was like, okay, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. This is going to result to stuff that affects Batman, but this other thing that I'm doing is also going to do the foundations for Harvey Dent and me trying to change Harvey Dent and make him a bad guy.
Right.
Because I felt like halfway through the movie, he was like, that's what his plan was, is to make Harvey Dent a bad guy, and that's what he did. He made him into a bad guy. Yeah, I gotta give it to the Dark Knight. Dark Knight it did a really good job of setting up the final, like, I guess 30 minutes of the movie, where it came to the boat scene, and when it came to Harvey Dent in the construction site.
Yep.
Like that's what the whole entire movie was setting up to, and they just did such a good job. When it comes to the gadgets, like I think the gadgets were introduced the first 20 minutes of the movie, and then you didn't really know what it was for until the very end.
Yep. Yeah, I think I agree with you. I think there's so many good complex things in the story for this, like Batman debating if he's gonna have to kill him or not. The idea that the Joker like loves him because what do you call him? He said, I'm a immovable, or you're an immovable object and I'm an unstoppable force. Like it's just like everything was so compelling. Even the last line gives me chills when he's like,
He's a silent guardian, a watchful protector, a dark knight.
I think we all agree it's the Dark Knight. Last
So
one.
what are we? What are we? What's the score?
We're at 5-3. Dark Knight's gonna win it, but I think this one's gonna make it closer than we think. Music.
Danny Elfman.
Okay, so
Okay.
so the first one had the same music that the animated series had, and I know the animated series took their music from this movie. But I love that music. I love it so much. Yes.
Yeah.
But that's what you think of when it comes to Batman, because of the animated series, because of this movie. Like that. That's just Batman music, you know.
Yeah. I think. Okay.
And it's so classic. I remember really liking the score to Dark Knight though when it came out. Like it's such a good score. But
it's not as memorable. I feel like it's harder for people to remember what the Dark Knight sounded like. But it's a very, very strong score.
It more sets the mood than gives you like a, yeah, Batman, woo!
Yeah. It has two notes. It's dun, dun. That's it. But those are two great notes. You can't
It
be.
has 2 fucking notes.
I mean, it's true.
I'll play the 2 notes, but they're great notes. They sound good together. I guess it's really 2 chords. It's 2
Oh
chords,
man,
but
that's funny.
no, it's definitely 89. It's just so iconic. When you hear it, you think of Batman no matter what. It's just
It's
good
just
score.
classic. It's so
Yeah.
classic.
So this is closer than we thought it was going to be, guys. 5-4. That's not bad at all.
No, yeah.
No,
and,
it's not.
you
No,
know,
it really isn't.
Yeah.
I think it shows just how good of a movie 89 was.
Yeah.
I love a lot of stuff about that movie, but it's just Heath Ledger just takes everything over the top.
Christopher Nolan took what 89 did and made something really special, and he really just like he improved a lot of things and just made it something really special. 89 did really a lot of things. It's really campy now. I remember when it came out, people thought, yes, this is edgy Batman. This is what people want.
I mean, it's kind of edgy still.
It's edgy, but it's campy.
Not
it's a campy movie.
but not edgy because we know edgy now.
Yeah.
Which
Good.
what did you like about the first movie? Like, what was your favorite thing about the first movie?
It's definitely more comic book feeling than Dark
It
Knight.
is.
Dark Knight,
Yeah.
It's the design.
I think the design makes it good. It just feels like a feel good superhero movie, even though it's a little slow at times. But the Dark Knight just changed everything, and it kind of ruined movies. It ruined superhero movies for a while, and everybody thought they had to make dark movies, and we got Amazing
more like
Spider-Man.
DC thought they had to make dark movies.
Yeah, they made, what was it? The Superman?
Superman was dark, and then
And Marvel was just like, we'll do our thing.
yeah, and it worked. But I mean,
Yeah.
Marvel tried it. Sony tried it with Spider-Man, and that didn't end up well either. Amazing Spider-Man was supposed to be like dark and edgy and cool. It ruined things. People grabbed the wrong things for these movies, like they often do when movies change the game. People think that what they want is a certain thing, and it ends up not being what
Good
they want.
writing,
But
good
Batman,
characters.
A care for the
He's-
characters.
Batman is a dark character. Superman is not a dark character.
Right.
What Spider-Man's not a dark character.
Exactly.
Like Batman is the dark character. He's the Dark Knight. Like that's just how you can make him dark. Just like you can make Wolverine.
No
you can make
parents.
Wolverine a dark character.
Exactly.
Because
Yep.
he's that's just his characteristic. You can't.
Which is
make
why Ben
things-
Affleck did work in those movies. It's because he can be dark, but the rest of the characters can't be dark. He has to be the darkest character. If you make everybody else dark too, it's boring and
Yeah.
two-dimensional.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
What about
Okay.
you, John? John, this is. I feel like you weren't as into this movie as me and Justin were growing up.
No, it's. I mean, growing up, no, because I didn't really understand it, honestly. Like,
Too stupid.
wow. No,
It's a very thinking man movie, John.
That's not true. I do like that Bruce Wayne, like he had to do things to kind of. You saw a lot of Bruce Wayne in the first one. I like that he had like the chest. He had to make the chest plate because he knew and he figured out that he was gonna get shot.
Yeah.
And
He
my
wanted to
favorite-
get shot, kind of.
Yeah.
I think he wanted to avoid suspicion and do all that. Yeah.
And my favorite line was the same one that yours was.
It was just so out of
He
nowhere.
wants to get shot, and he takes the thing that you put in the fireplaces.
The poker, yeah.
Yeah, the poker. And he like breaks that bases.
Let's get nuts.
You want to get nuts?
Yeah. So I thought it was like a very corny, comical movie in my opinion when it comes to the first one. I like that kind of feel to it. It felt like I was watching like a live action like cartoon. Mm-hmm. In some senses. There was some dark stuff that happened in the movie, but yeah, no, Bruce Wayne and Batman were definitely my favorite when it comes to just in the Batmobile. The Batmobile was really cool in the first movie. What'd you like about the second one? What'd you like about Dark Knight?
Yeah, just the Joker, the character depth they gave Bruce Wayne. Like I said, there was just so many like tug of war things in this
And
movie.
the characters they gave everybody else.
Everybody else, yeah. They really flushed it out. I can't find. There's such little wrong with this movie. Like it's near perfect. It's a very solid movie.
My favorite scene in this movie was the boat scene. Like that
Yes.
whole entire interaction when it comes to the sonar, the decisions that the people had to make.
Yep.
The way the Joker kind of felt about it, and you just saw his like disappointment in like his face when
Yep.
they didn't push the buttons, and
Yeah.
then when
What do y'all-
Batman's fight scene when it happened to all that stuff, like you didn't have any of that like in the first one, like a big fight scene when it came to Batman.
What did y'all think of? What would y'all have done in that situation?
Don't push the
It's
button.
hard. I mean, yeah, that's what you have to do. You're like, I would just pray to God, be like, hey God, like I'm not gonna murder these people. I'm not gonna, but you know, I'm probably gonna die.
I would
I'll see you soon.
selfishly and realistically, I want somebody else to push the button, but I wouldn't be able to push it myself. There's no way.
Wow.
I couldn't do it. I know.
What a terrible
I would
person.
say no. I wouldn't either.
On
I
that
would be
note,
like,
let's end it. Chris would kill a bunch of people on the boat. Hey,
no,
what are we watching
I
next
wouldn't want
week?
anyone to push that button. If it was on me, I wouldn't want anyone to push the
I
button.
wouldn't
that was
push
on my
it,
boat.
but I would kind of be okay if somebody did.
Like we said, all right, Chris wants to kill a bunch of people. Hey, what are we watching next week?
You'd be
All
like, Chris would be in the background, one of those people. How could you push that button? How
you.
could you do
Thank
that
you
to
so
those
much.
people?
I couldn't do it.
I would say, "Oh no, that's terrible," but I'd be like, "I get it."
You know what? I understand.
You just had the balls to do it. I didn't have the balls
Yeah.
to do it.
I'm sorry you have to live with yourself now, but thank you.
I'm pretty happy.
All right. So yeah,
So
that's a good.
messed
Okay,
up.
so Dark Knight, but close. All right, so next week we are starting our Halloween month, and we're gonna watch a whole bunch of Halloween stuff. And Justin, what are you watching first?
We are going to watch Goosebumps.
The movie.
Bum, bum, bum,
Goosebumps.
bum, bum.
Okay, so I've never seen Goosebumps before. So
Have you read the books?
Wait,
I've
we're watching
read,
the movie or the
wait,
show?
Yes, I've read
The
at
shows.
least.
You
I've
said
read
movie.
at least one of them.
We're watching
One
the
or
original
two.
Nickelodeon show.
Yes.
Bum, bum, bum,
I didn't know
bum,
there was a
bum.
show. Is it? Yeah, I didn't know there was a show.
Yeah, we're watching the show.
Yeah,
It-
there's. I don't know how many Goosebumps books there are. There's like 20.
No, there's more than 20.
There's a lot of them.
There's like
There's a
100.
bunch.
R.L.
Yeah,
Stein.
I've read a couple of Goosebumps books.
Yeah.
So it should be
Um,
spooky.
Aren't they almost like detective books? Like you have to figure out.
No,
what's
they're
going
just
on?
they're just
Or are they
horror
just
books.
scary? Oh, okay.
They're kid
Horror,
horror books.
quote unquote. Yeah. All right.
If you want
John-
to call that horror, there you go.
Yeah. Justin, you were a fan of this when you were little?
I like the books. Yeah, I was a pretty
Yeah.
big fan of the books. I didn't watch the TV show too much, but I watched some of it. I played some of the games on the
games?
computer.
Oh, cool.
So yeah,
Was there math?
What kind of
involved?
kid were you?
there was no math.
Oh, okay, I didn't know if it was like you're gonna.
It's one of those.
killed by a
It's
serial
one of those
killer if you-
educational games.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Like you're getting killed by a serial killer if you don't know 10 plus 5.
That's not what it was.
Okay. All right. Well, cool. I'm excited to watch these. I used to like. I never really watched Goosebumps. I liked Are You Afraid of the Dark a lot, which we'll probably watch later on. But
Never heard
I
of
was
that
never really.
either.
Oh yeah, really. I thought that was really scary when I was little. So I'm excited to check that out. But I'm excited to see these because I used to have the Haunted Mass tape, which we're watching this time. So I'm excited. What I did is I googled the 10 most scary Goosebumps episodes, and that's the ones we're watching. So
All right.
All right.
Cool.
right,
Is
Justin.
it a cartoon or is it live
No,
action?
it's live
Live
action.
action.
Okay.
Yeah.
So don't watch it with the lights out.
And-
Super curious.
If anyone wants to watch with us, they're on Netflix, so you can watch it with us.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
All right, so before we get into this, please go to our Patreon if you would like to give a suggestion. We have some suggestions from our earlier Patreons, but if you would like to make a suggestion, please just make an account on Patreon and you can give $2 and we'll give you a shout out and you can actually give us a movie or a show that we can do after this kind of spooky theme that we're doing this month.
Yeah,
So
they both gave us suggestions, and we're gonna do them as soon as we're done with the spooky month. Spooky.
you can find us on social media, Another Man's Pod at at Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also find us on Twitch. Please go follow us over there at Another Man's Nostalgia. We put out dank memes and clips of our shows on the social medias. We're gonna actually start putting on some polls too. When it comes to the social media, just some suggestions that you guys can give. If you would like to do that, they're gonna mostly be on Facebook and Instagram. So please go vote on those polls when we put them out. If you want to give any suggestions, you can give it on the social medias. or you can email us at anothermanspod@gmail.com. We also have a YouTube page, so you can, or a YouTube channel that you can also watch us on. We're on there right now, so
Right
you can
now,
actually go
we are there.
right now, right this second, right this second. No. But you can go watch us there, and we put clips of the things that we're talking about and audio that we're talking about too. It's really cool. I like watching our videos a lot. Chris does a really good job at editing, so please go check that out.
Wish
Make
I'd
sure to
seen
give us a
those.
like.
You could.
What's suggestion are we gonna give this week
Batman the animated series.
when it comes to
Batman the animated series. Get ready for
Batman the
Joker.
animated series? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's a really good episode. I did that episode. It's one of my favorites.
John was very upset that he didn't get as many points as he wanted.
I didn't get any points for that. I got like maybe a half a point for
we
the
both gave you half a
Batman
point.
the animated series. It pissed me off that you guys hated that.
Season 1 is not as good as it gets later.
Shut up.
And we
Shut
had to
up.
judge it on Season 1. That's Season 2, Episode 1, if y'all want to go back and listen to it.
So, yeah. What I forget what else. I forget what. Oh, or where can you find us, Chris, when it comes to apps that you can listen to us on?
You can listen to us. Well, you can watch us on YouTube, like we said. You can listen to us on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher. Did we already say that? Is that right? Stitcher.
I don't know. You're the one who does it.
Stitcher. Yep.
All right. Sorry. Audio or Podbean is where our website's through, so you can go check that out too. But yeah, anywhere that all the main ones you can find us on. So
Cool. All right, so we're doing Goosebumps next week.
Goosebumps Season 1.
All right.
We'll list out the episodes. All right, guys. Well, we will see you next week with Goosebumps.
Peace.